My husband thought I'd forgive his second affair too. He never expected me to walk away. I had an arranged marriage. He didn't want one. Neither did I. But I believed love could grow if two people were willing to try. He was never cruel, just distant. He'd thank me for dinner, ask about my day once in a while, but there was always a wall between us. I kept hoping that one day I'd stop feeling like a guest in my own marriage. 1 year after our wedding, I found out why. I discovered months of messages between him and his childhood sweetheart. She was the woman he'd always wanted to marry. She had refused because she didn't believe in marriage and didn't want to be tied down. After his parents arranged our marriage, she suddenly came back into his life. When I confronted him, he didn't deny it. I've always loved her. No apology. No guilt. Nothing. I cried. I begged. I asked if we could save our marriage. He simply said, if she had agreed to marry me, you wouldn't even be here. Then, just 2 weeks later, she dumped him. Again. Not because she suddenly respected our marriage. She'd met a businessman who earned far more than my husband did. She chose money. She left him without a second thought. I remember watching him silently stare at his phone for hours after she blocked him. Even then, I stayed. I convinced myself everyone deserved a second chance. I forgave him before he even asked. The apology never came. 5 years passed. Our marriage wasn't perfect, but it wasn't empty anymore. He'd ask if I'd eaten. He'd bring me tea when I worked late. He remembered my birthday. Sometimes he'd even smile at me. I thought, maybe he'd finally let go of her. Maybe we'd finally become husband and wife. I was wrong. One evening, I borrowed his tablet because mine had died. His messages synced automatically. The first thing I saw was her name. The same woman. The same childhood sweetheart. The same woman who had cheated with him years ago, and then abandoned him for a richer man. Apparently, her wealthy boyfriend had left her. So she'd come back. Again. And my husband welcomed her with open arms. When he got home, I simply asked, how long? He looked at me for a second before answering. About 6 months. 6 months. While I planned our anniversary. While I looked at vacation packages. While I believed we were finally building something real. He didn't even look nervous. Instead, he sighed and said, you forgave me last time. You'll forgive me again. He actually believed I would. Because I always had. I looked at him for a long time. Then I smiled. You're right. I forgave a man who never apologized. I won't forgive him twice. That night, after he fell asleep, I packed everything that belonged to me. The apartment lease was in my name. Most of the furniture had been bought with my salary. By sunrise, I was gone. On the dining table, I left only one note. The first time, she chose a richer man over you. The second time, you chose the woman who discarded you over the wife who never did. Don't expect me to wait for her to leave you a third time. By noon, he'd called over 50 times. Then came the text. Please come home. We can fix this. She already left again. I laughed when I read that last one. Apparently, history really does repeat itself. She'd found another man with even more money and disappeared within days. My husband had lost his mistress. This time, he lost his wife too. His parents begged me to reconsider. His mother cried and admitted she'd warned him years ago that I wouldn't forgive forever. His father looked at his son and said, you threw away the only person who loved you when you had nothing for the woman who only loved you when she thought you had more. I filed for divorce the next week. He didn't fight it. For the first time in our entire marriage, he apologized. It was also the first time his apology no longer mattered.